For 18 years, I believed my marriage was solid because I was the one holding it together. We met when we had nothing, no money, no safety net, just ambition and promises. I paused my career so he could build his. I managed the house, the schedules, the quiet sacrifices no one applauds. When the $5 million home finally became ours, I thought it was proof that loyalty pays off. Lately, though, he had been distant. Late nights, short replies. He said it was work. I chose trust over suspicion because that's what a good wife does, or so I told myself. The text came on a normal afternoon. No warning, no explanation, just one sentence that split my life in half. She is moving in. Don't make this difficult. I reread it until the words blurred. There was no apology, no discussion, just an assumption that I would accept it quietly. My hands shook, but I didn't cry. I sat on the edge of our bed, staring at the walls I had decorated, realizing I had been erased from my own life without a conversation. In that moment, something shifted. The pain was sharp, but beneath it was clarity. He thought I was weak because I had been patient. He was wrong. I didn't respond to the text. Silence gave me space to think, and thinking gave me answers I wasn't ready for. I checked the small details I had ignored for months, shared locations turned off, passwords changed, unfamiliar charges that suddenly made sense. It didn't take long to confirm what my instincts already knew. He wasn't confused. He was prepared. The woman wasn't a mistake or a phase. She had a key made weeks ago. My side of the closet had already been measured for removal. What hurt most wasn't the affair itself, but the certainty with which he replaced me. He had planned my exit like an inconvenience, assuming I would accept it because I always had. I imagined them walking through the house, choosing rooms, rewriting my life while I was still living in it. That was the moment the sadness burned out and something colder took its place. I realized he didn't see me as a partner anymore, just an obstacle. I stopped asking why keeps you trapped. I started asking what was mine. What I had protected, what I still controlled. The house, the future, the silence, those were no longer shared. For the first time since the text arrived, my chest felt steady. Betrayal had taken my marriage, but it had also stripped away fear. And without fear, I could finally make a decision he would never see coming. Once the shock faded, logic took over. I pulled out the documents I had signed years ago without much thought. Back then, he insisted everything be simple. The house was in my name for tax reasons, he said. At the time, it felt like paperwork. Now it felt like fate. I read every page carefully, twice, making sure emotion didn't cloud reality. Legally, the house was mine alone. No loopholes, no shared claim. The one thing he never bothered to control was the foundation under his feet. I didn't act out of rage. Rage makes mistakes. I acted with precision. I contacted an investor known for quick, unquestioned transactions. When I told him the price, he thought it was a joke. I told him it wasn't. I wanted speed, not profit. $100 was enough to end an illusion. The paperwork moved fast, too fast for regret to catch up. With each signature, I felt lighter, as if the walls themselves were letting go of me. By the time the sale was finalized, the house no longer belonged to our past. It belonged to a stranger. I didn't pack everything, I only took what mattered. Memories don't live in rooms. They live in people, and I was done living in his. He arrived that evening like nothing had changed, confidence intact, the other woman beside him carrying a suitcase that didn't belong in my life. They froze when the door wouldn't open. Confusion turned into anger, then panic. I watched from a distance as he made calls, demanded explanations, threatened legal action. None of it worked. Ownership is louder than shouting. The police confirmed it was a civil matter and drove away, leaving him with nothing but disbelief and humiliation. When he finally saw me, his voice cracked. He asked how I could do this, as if betrayal had rules I was supposed to follow. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't insult him. I told him he made his choice the moment he sent that message. He tried to apologize, not for what he did, but for what it cost him. That told me everything I needed to know. I walked away without looking back. No victory speech, no satisfaction in his loss. Just relief. The house was never the point. Respect was. He thought replacing me would be easy. He was right about one thing, I didn't make it difficult. I made it